Hi there, and welcome to my ongoing series, Glass Half Juice. My name is Juicy Absolute, and I'm here to help you get through the most important decisions of your life and tell you which games are actually worth your half glass of juice to play. Up today, Bioshock. Yes, Bioshock. A game where you get to prove you're a better nanny than a bloodthirsty machine with a drill for an arm. The competition in this field is high, but yeah, you're up for it. Prove you're the best nanny around. So the only way to prove that is to hijack the alien children and make a choice. Do you want to harvest for a special currency within the game, in turn killing their dreams and aspirations, or do you want to save them and turn them back into a human, having them grow up and become the next president of the United States? The choice is pretty obvious, and it's pretty obvious based off of what has happened that we don't need a president to thrive. Harvest it is. So hop, Mr. B. You all want to know if it's worth your hard-earned big buckaroos, and to be honest, I can't answer that with a simple yes, no. So let's delve into detail about why Bioshock was such a success surrounding its player base, and why the quote, "would you kindly," has hypnotized so many people's souls by surprise. Honestly, there's never been a kinder way to suck the living soul out of someone, so I'm all for it. So again I ask, would you kindly lend me your soul for the sake of keeping this game alive? Well, since August 21st, 2007, this game has thrived above and beyond expectations. Some would say it's their all-time favorite game series. Bioshock provides an excellent storyline and fantastic detailed visuals of the utopian underwater city in the Atlantic known as Rapture. Rapture is filled with confused and lonely religious-type folk who were oppressed in society and now live free of that oppression in this utopian underworld. The colorful storyline really shows in the beginning of the game, where you enter a room that's filled with the New Year celebrations for the year 1959. The beauty of the environment is much more prominent than looking at the sweet and sadistic heart and soul of a gorgeous Big Daddy itself. Imagine taking one of these fellas out on a date. Hubba hubba. But alas, I implore you to analyze the level of design this game created, while still refraining from romantic candlelit dinners with your Big Daddy. You begin this game on an airplane flying over the Atlantic Ocean, in hopes of coming home from work travels to catch up on your latest episode of Glee. Yes, you're a total gleek, and all you want to do is open a frozen bag of veggies, sip on some wine, and pass out on the couch for the night. But your pilot was already ahead of you. Drinking and driving is bad. Don't do it. One sip of that red wine made him as tipsy as a 70-year-old retiree traveling to and from the pub at lunchtime. Your plane falls out of the sky and into clear waters, where you swim to a lighthouse and find your peace inside. Unfortunately, with no access to a television, you decide to press on in hopes of finding one. What you find is darker than anything on TV could ever be. You access a submarine and fall into the depths of the ocean to where your adventure begins. You come into contact with enemies called Splicers, whom, as stated earlier, are the non-oppressed community of Rapture. This entire community is looking to hold on to one thing, a product known as Atom. Atom is made up of a newly discovered form of sea slug and secretes a substance which, if injected, can give you superpowers beyond what Spider-Man and Batman can handle. Wait, not Batman. He didn't have any superpowers. He was just a courageous man, waltzing around in a bat costume, saving lives in hope to someday avenge the death of his parents. He couldn't even turn into a bat. So yeah, like Spider-Man. Yeah, that sounds good, right? These superpowers grant your character a phenomenon known as plasmid. The reoccurring theme throughout the game is to fight for all of the injected atom-filled little sisters, and you can choose whether to save them and turn them back into the human form again, or to harvest the atom from them, in turn killing them. But of course, first, seducing the Big Daddy is the only way to access the girls. If your calculations provide difficult, you'll get a drill to the heart. But if you drill their heart with the affection of your gun, you'll then receive the ability to make a choice. Choose wisely. Remember, love is always the answer. Now, would you kindly place a drill through my body so that I never have to make choices like these again? Cripes. Another important part of the game is to gain access to Andrew Ryan. Andrew Ryan is the founder of Rapture and has led the city into what it is today, a death-defying obstacle course of lonely people in religious cults, rundown buildings and cityscapes, and of course, the toxicity in the oxygen that you are breathing. A real fantastic place you're providing here, Ryan. Without providing spoilers to what happens, you eventually will get to Ryan and he will say something along the lines of, "This whole adventure you're on was just a ploy. Blah blah blah, I fooled you. Blah blah blah, make things right again." So you kindly listen to the voice of Ryan and find a way to take him down. But then more problems occur after Ryan is taken down, and drama, am I right? Then a guy named Frank Fontaine steps up and says, "Hey, April Fool's Day, it was me all along. Let's share this moment over a beer." And you say, "No, I'm more of a wine drinker myself, but thank you." He says, "I don't take kindly to wine drinkers." You tussle atop his failing corporation headquarters, and you come out victorious with absolutely no recognition from anyone. And the game has 2 endings. Each of them are based off of whether you've harvested or saved the little sisters. So make your decision as keenly as a blind dog hunting a squirrel in the woods. Good luck! As much as I appreciated the visuals and the excellent storyline, my utmost favorite part of the game was in Fort Frolic when you kill all of Sander Cohen's splicers, while Waltz of the Flowers from the Nutcracker plays in the background. There is something about an extremely hectic environment mixed with extremely calming music that just sets a mood unlike anything else. Fort Frolic was such an interesting area as well, as it was said to be a sanctuary for the rich and the wealthy to go and just have a good time. So there are areas like casinos, strip clubs, tobacco outlets, and a whole entire theater. The real kicker that made it interesting was the cynical side behind it all. Sander Cohen would place his victims in various places around the map, as well as even had one plastered to a piano that was rigged with explosives. Oh man, the mindset you'd have to have. It's just that sort of thing that ties your brain in a triple knot and refuses to let you think about anything but the masterpiece of the game that is unfolding in front of you. The weapons and plasmid selections were very vast as well. Sometimes it got a little overwhelming seeing how many options there were. So knowing this, I spent so much of my time experiencing the wrench. The wrench and the electroplasmid. Seriously OP on any splicer in the game. The good old zap and clap. Simple. It's all anyone could want and need. And there were even upgrades that you can make to the wrench to give it more power. In all seriousness, when I played through the game on Survivor, I was forced to expand off the melee weapon and get creative, a place where I always seemed to lack. It caused me to vary the guns that I had equipped, as there is not enough ammo for one gun to go around. I actually enjoyed the challenge of preserving ammo. It added a sense of strategy and difficulty to the game that I didn't see on normal mode. All in all, I'm gonna lay it down for you. This was the gist of what I observed in the game. The Big Daddies were just a bunch of heartbreakers, the Little Sisters could second as Molly on the show The Big Comfy Couch, Andrew Ryan was a professional mini golfer, Sander Cohen was a mix between the Joker and the Dirty Clown from the McDonald's commercials, Frank Fontaine was an evil version of the Incredible Hulk, and Jack, the protagonist, was a courageous mix of Batman and Spider-Man. Spider-Man because of the superpowers. It was all quite a nice change of pace from other games. A change of pace brings a change of scene. A change of scene brings a change of environment, and a change of environment gives Juicy Absolute a challenge. And this challenge gave me the ability to grant this game an 8.8 out of 10. I'll see you in the next video, we shall unite again, and as always, stay juicy. Hey everyone, I'm Juicy Absolute. Thank you for stopping by my video. If you want to see more, click that subscribe button above and check out the new juicy content to the left and right of me. Other than that, stay juicy and we will see you next time. Have a positive rest of your day.